Yeah, na, yeah. Certain fire flames, now born again. Times really change. Talk truth. We've seen better days. The youth not safe again. What a damn shame. Talk truth. How that them are promote. So quick them selling out. Them sold them cashing out. Yeah, well, this is Schematic 9 representing for iJustar and the mindset. If you now move right, get your mind checked. Oh yeah, na, yeah. Certain fire flames.
YardSlangz, wait there. Somebody say something about Jamaican patois in a style and fashion. Yes, to Ras, me a search the other day online and buck up on a new, authentic Jamaican clothing brand. Wagwan are the latest and newest one. In a t-shirt, hoodie, slippers and woman's bag. And a whole heap of other things I may not even mention. Search online for more information. YardSlangz, hit them with a bang. YardSlangz, wait there. Somebody say something about Jamaican patois in a style and fashion. Yes, to Ras, me a search the other day online and buck up on a new, authentic Jamaican clothing brand. Wagwan are the latest and newest one. In a t-shirt, hoodie, slippers and woman's bag. And a whole heap of other things I may not even mention. Search online for more information. Yeah.
name. You pour thy love and shine it in the morning. And I faithful it every night. On an instrument of 10 strings. On the palm tree, upon the harp with the column song. So when the wicked, this is that they shall be destroyed forever. But the truth I forever. Oh, black God and King, Emmanuel is ever. Oh, my God, Rastafari, I bring you walking like a living man in this last judgment. Death to the wicked, and life to righteous. Righteous in the way, be tough and stick enough. Wicked in the way, we'll rule over them, the old God. Rastafari, you know I am it, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither death can there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I live my hand to Zion, and I say I live forever. Come out of Israelite, let us give thanks unto a black God and King. Come out of people, let us reverence the command of a black God and King. Freedom, God, Rastafari, Selassie,
Incline I represent for Mindset, hosted by Star. Empress big of yourself, you know Incline I say. Mindset, make sure your mindset, yeah.
At the mindset, we are talking about. Me I tell you, mindset.
Mindset, blessed love, honorable, warm welcome. Great to have the item here. Pleasant good evening, good morning. Warm welcome. Want to greet the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor King Selassie the First, and also Empress Menin the First, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Yes, beautiful family, another day we above ground. You know, so life our ultimate position. Not no greater than that, no matter what go on, on top of what go on. You know, great to be here after the Sabbath. Another 6-day work has begun. You know, we give thanks. Give thanks to the workman in all flesh. Yeah, man. Yeah. Today it's been a warm day. Still warm. Throughout the night. You know, so we give thanks. Feel like we're there in Africa. But more of a large up everyone we're there with we. Everyone we're there in the chat room. Natty Reed, bless up yourself. Upscale, bless up yourself. Miguel, bless up yourself, my lord. Empress Ashley, bless up yourself. Yeah, man, please push the like button. Honorable family would appreciate of that. See? Yeah, I hope they are them. Check out the latest video we will publish. See? Reasoning with Honorable Priest Bannick. Yeah, in Ghana. I hope they are them a view. Cause you know that video is the only video we're gonna share upon the platform here. Seeing the rest of the interview is on the Patreon platform. You know, so if they are them want to see the rest of the interview, urge the item to, you know, become a member, you know, of the Patreon platform, you know, cause that's where we'll be pushing out the rest of the, you know, the interview for sure. Yeah, man. So I hope the item a fuljoy the 20 odd minutes. You know, me did say about 3 minutes. Me did have put pan there, but you know, 20 odd minutes is a lot. You see me? And the priest no start talk yet, you know, warm up. Yeah, warm up. But it's a very interesting reasoning, you know, very interesting reasoning. And as I say, we did a warm up. You see me? Yeah, one for large up the camera woman, Empress Nora, was the one behind the camera. Yeah, man, bless her up for her, for her strength and her support, Yeah, man. So, yeah, well, we are looking in at the night here now. Serious business, Serious business as usual. You know what I mean? Would I love the item for please push the like button, please share, get everyone involved. Not a lot of us here. Don't know why. I don't know if the title is not that attractive because it's some Africans on the thumbnail. But whatever we have to discuss is paramount. Yeah. What His Majesty mean by non-African interference? One African. The thumbnail is right, supposed to be one African voice. But the title is saying it. I don't know why the thumbnail is like that still. Yeah, I have to fix it. I have to fix it because it's not really displaying what's supposed to be there. Yeah. So yeah, but one African voice meant to be there. One African voice. But what His Majesty really mean about non-African interference in Africans' affair? As you know, His Majesty Earthstrong. So His Majesty Earthstrong was 3 days ago. Yeah. 123rd. And we know say 7 nights and I being gay. I deal with when it come to celebration. It's not just a one night thing. 7 nights. Yeah. So, where His Majesty concerned, we are keep the fire high with the topic. Yeah. We keeping the fire blazing. Yeah. And His Majesty topics. Yeah. His Majesty this month. Yeah. So everything where we are forward with have to do with His Majesty, the Emperor. I King of Kings, I Lords of Lords, I God. So and throughout the process, we look on a whole heap a few things, not a whole heap of things, but we look on a few thought-provoking topics, where His Majesty is concerned. And the movement of Rastafari appear to be giving a lot of one's problem.
Download free now.
Sorry. Yeah. 'Cause, 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 'c Yeah, a lot of ones have a lot to say. Yeah, I mean, a lot of ones have a lot to say. Yeah, but you know, the movement of Rastafari, we know what it's all about. You know what I mean? So it's nothing to, you know, nothing for people try twist up. You know, it's in set in stone already. So, you know what I mean? It's either people move along with it, you know, other than trying to impede the movement, impede what is going on, you know. But as we can see, you know, it's a powerful it's a powerful movement. You know, it's one of the most powerful and influential movement in the 21st century here. You know, when you really check it out. Yeah. When you really check it out, you see that is the reality. You know, there's no other organization that has impacted the world in the 21st century more than the Rastafari movement. You know, have a strong impact worldwide. So we'll keep the topic on His Majesty because of His Majesty month, so we'll be, you know, from time to time when I forward here on the platform throughout this month, you know what I mean? Yeah, something to do with His Majesty. Yeah. But the thumbnail there, so we get the correct thumbnail up there still, but the thumbnail I show we the OAU, you know, African leaders. And His Majesty is monumental in, you know, the organization of, you know, African unity. Yeah. His Majesty is the one who is behind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Majesty is the one who is behind it, full time, big time. He is the initiator. You know, was his initiative. You know, after seeing what is going on here. Oh, after seeing what you know, Africa and Africans have been going through over the years, you know, and himself, you know, as far as victim also to the mistreatment of invaders, you know, and colonizers and imperialists. So it was necessary, you know, to organize, you know, African people, African leaders, organize the continent to have one voice, 50 odd states, but one voice speaking for Africa. See? And when you look upon the African Union today, a whole lot of people have a whole lot of discrepancy with it. Saying the way His Majesty left it or organized it to be is not the way that it's running today. You know what I mean? When it surely should be just, Africans running it, dealing with Africans' affair. But when you check it out, other people are in there, other nations are in there. See? Other nations are in there. I don't know why they are in there. I don't know if they are now funding, the African Union, outsiders. Because we hear them talk there that I don't know how firm or concrete it is when we hear talks like, the European Union behind funding, we don't know how accurate that is. You see me? But a lot of people always leak out that, the thing now run as how it's supposed to be, some type of puppeteer thing, where other people involved in other thing, where His Majesty never set it like that. His Majesty never set it like that. So we are gonna look upon a few things in the night regarding one of His Majesty speeches. Seeing? Because from time to time, we listen people and we hear what they have to say, and most of the time, is a lot of twisting what His Majesty say. I don't know why that is, because most of the time these people are literate people. They're not illiterate. They can read and write, and I'm sure they can understand what, well, I don't know, so I shouldn't be saying I'm sure, but they should be able to understand what they read, but it appear that they do understand what they read, and they're trying to twist His Majesty words, when His Majesty words are, it's clear, it's clear, it's you can't twist it, it's nothing to interpret, it's because whoever translate from Amharic already translate, so you don't need to interpret what His Majesty say. Him say what him say already. You understand? And that is it. You see it. So we see that go on. We see those things take place. You know what I mean? And it's not just now. These things been happening for time. Long time them something take place. Long time. You see me? And big infiltration. big infiltration of the OAU. It's been infiltrated. And the same thing them try to do with the movement of Rastafari. Them, infiltrate it and try to turn it into what them want it to be and not what it is from, the inception. People trying to turn it now to dirty. And nothing no go so. His Majesty say, we don't want nobody to interfere with our affairs, if they're not Africans. His Majesty said that. His Majesty said that, His Majesty also say, His Majesty also says not all the time. Not all the time we can rely solely on international morality. His Majesty said that. The man said it's not solely all the time we can depend on international morality. What does he mean? What does he mean when he's saying those things? What does the Majesty mean? Because, we read His Majesty extensively, Not because we don't come here and brag and boast and all of them someday, but we don't need to. Whatever we know, we know. It's not a competition. And it's for people to go know as well. Yeah. But what does His Majesty mean when he must say, boy, we not go always go and depend on international morality? We're going to have to depend on ourselves as Africans. We have to depend upon ourselves. We're not going to rely upon outsiders. We're depending solely on our own abilities. You know what I mean? Yeah. His Majesty was a firm defense against outside invaders. Yeah, man. Firm. What is that? Why you didn't go to the French? Try and ask them why they are using Franco dollar. We need education and industry and centralization of the people in Africa and the diaspora. Okay. We do. We need centralization. And that is why we're here. You know what I mean? Why His Majesty, what does he mean by, non-African interference? And that we are dealing with. Most of the people in the diaspora, they were taken from Africa. And the African and the continent are Africans. So we're there playing our part. We're doing our part. You understand? Yeah, so people can come and share their views, bring solutions and things like that. That's why we're here. You know what I mean? But here what I ask the people them still, because some people are reason with me from the other day. And I don't know if me have it wrong. When it come to Rastafari and the movement and what it really stands for. Because I don't think Rastafari, the movement, is a movement that is going to, I don't know if in the future, but I don't know. Saying that Rastafari, the move, we're going to buy land in England and start to business and all of them. I don't know about that. It sounds like a good idea, but I don't know that is what Rastafari, the movement, is going to do. Go buy land in England. Now remember, England owe us. England owe the Rastafari brethren and sister in them, Zayn, and also owe the African nation in the diaspora and also on the continent. Is it me I say? So for Rasta now I go buy land in England. I don't know. Rasta more look for probably go buy land in Africa. You know what I mean? Rasta more I look for buy land in Africa. Then now I look for buying a land in England. I don't know if you can buy land in England anyway. I don't know if you can buy land in England. I'd never hear of it. I've never heard of it. You see me? Them not go sell no Rasta no land anyway in England. You see it? They ain't gonna do it. Yeah? So, I don't know. But, some ones are reason about buying land and do all of them something in England. Rasta must come together in England and make up and buy land. I know Rasta in England. Are them something there want do? Rastas in England. Rasta man and Rasta woman in England. Are them thing they want to buy land in England? I don't want to get land in Africa and repatriate and go home Africa. Which one? Because I know the African them want to, the African Rasta man and woman want to repatriate and go home Africa. Them rather for buy land in Africa. Them not look for buy land in England or in Europe. I don't know, probably upon a business venture, but I don't know. Because remember, Rasta man look upon things upon also a biblical and prophetical level, You see me? So when we hear say, a 1 hour a Babylon judgment, and when we look upon Babylon at the west, really we are look upon. You see me? And it only going to be 1 hour for them judgment. So I don't know. The Rasta man now go on there around in a Babylon and be no kill this Ethiopian, get caught in the judgment. I not see that. I not see no Rasta. I not see Rasta do that. I not see Rasta do that, You see? And then again, some of these people want to come and teach us about, teach us about Rastafari, this movement. I laugh sometime. Yeah, I mean, I laugh sometime. Because, you know, that is not what, you know, the movement stand. The movement a repatriation, you know what I mean? Repatriation big time. Repatriation. They want to go back home. You know what I mean? The people them have been in the West and in the diaspora and the plantations for years working. And now it's full time that you know we get a break. 400 and odd years. It's full time now we get a break. You know? And that is what Rasta man and Rasta woman been defending for years. That's why them say self-reliance. That's why most Rastafari man and woman are self-reliance. They don't rely on the system. You know, they're self-reliance. They're self-sufficient. They don't rely on the system. You see me, I say? Yeah, they don't rely on the system. So, I don't know where some of these ideas come from. You know, but certainly it's not. You know, it's not ideas that I think the movement embrace. You know, when I look for buying a land in England, Rasta listen. Look, in a Jamaica, Rasta used to have Pinnacle, where is not even Pinnacle, Scotch Pass, but all Pinnacle are one of them. Zin, but Scotch Pass are the one them really want to about. And the rest of them get kicked off of a Scotch Pass, and that is a prominent spot location for years that the rest them there chant Naya Bingi. You see me? And them get kicked off of that. So me no see if Rasta na buy land in a Jamaica there so and them no secure Scotch Pass. Me no see why Rasta go buy land in England. It wouldn't make no sense. It don't logical. Rasta now buying a land in England. England will pay Rasta and the rest of black people. Eh? That England will do. You see me I say? And that would be just. You see me I say? That would be just. You see, just like how England help His Majesty. Just like how England help His Majesty and show good faith. That's how England for do now. England for do the same thing. Just like how them help His Majesty. Them we use that same faith like what they had then and start and you know reimburse, compensate African people. That is what England for do. You know what I mean? And probably, I don't know, probably them, you know, them we get spear from the judgment. Because I remember, you know, His Majesty already tell Europe say, you know, the fire with them light, you know. In Europe it will go burn later. You understand? So nobody feels nobody escape from that. Nobody no escape from that. See? But I don't know if them can do some good gest and have some goodwill and tolerance and these things. I don't know. It might just reverse or turn back. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the fire done light already. His Majesty done say what him say already. You know. We still going to beat Goliath in the 21st century. Majesty said that already, you know. Yeah, them really not turn back. Them can't turn back. Them already written down. You see? But that is what England should do. We don't have no interest of buying land in England because, you know, the reality of the situation is the time is cold most of the time. So when you are gonna get time for really plant, when you know, for make use of the land, you know, and how much things that you can really plant on the land, you know, that is not already, you know, the market is not already competitive. You know, I don't think that is something that Rastafari, the movement is looking at still. I don't know, may I ask. You see me? Yeah. I don't know. But not something that I'm looking to do. You see me? That's something where I look for do. Yeah. Who want buy land? Can buy land in England, man. Who want land in Africa? Africa want land. England I want highland. You know? We can't give up one continent for one highland. No, sir. Never. England is an island. England is a good little island still, you know. All we are going, you know. Yeah, man. England is a good little island. Cause me there. It's a good little island. You know what I mean? It not warm all the while. It not, you know, tropical always. But, you know, it's a good little island still. You know. And the people have them ways. Nothing wrong with the island. That was the people them. You see me? And the people them were they on the island. But England is a good little island, man. Them aid the king when the king needed help. So it's a good little place. Good little place. You know what I mean? You see a whole lot of people run coming all the while. Over people run coming all the while. England is like a safe haven for a lot of people. I mean, when people, you know, face all type of atrocity in them place, England. You see me? But me I listen to thing what they and you know, me I hear say His Majesty never really want to come to England. You know what I mean? During the war, he's really beg His Majesty. You know, I was listening to a recording a couple of days ago. See? And, you know, they were saying that His Majesty didn't want to leave Ethiopia during the war. His Majesty wanted to stay and you know, defend his people. But his advisors and, you know, all the people them around him, you know, and even his empress, you know, Empress Menin, you know, I heard that to beg him, yeah, to go to England. Well, that I live UK and buy my land in Kenya. Yes, Honorable Empress, so I mean, bless up yourself. More strength, yes. Yeah. Want to come out of Babylon. Now and now. Yeah. Yeah, but you don't want to stay in a Babylon. You want to buy land in a Babylon, man. Only Babylon want to stay in a Babylon and buy land. You know what I mean? Even though you have some African and, you know, you have some Africans still. Yeah, Africans were there in the Caribbean and You know, even from the continent, you know. Them I look for run off of them places if you come in England. And never go back, never return. You stay there. Of African them want run come to England and never go back to Africa. Yeah? You stay there. But we know that there's no place better than home. You know what I mean? There's no place like Africa. Trust me. No place like Africa. Africa the best place me ever go in my entire life. Yeah, man. Rasta. Best. And them say Africa have so much problem and issues and things. But that's the best place. No place no better than Africa. I'm not telling a lie. With all the issues and you know and struggles and problems, you know, no place still no better than Africa. Because if place did better than Africa, why is it that, you know, they have to drain the resource from Africa to run their place? Just show you. No place no better than Africa. Because if other places run on a first world level, they have to get their resources from Africa. France, England, Germany, name it, Belgium, Ireland, all of them. Them a run off of Africa run them places. Africa run these places. Without Africa, them places and a run, none at all. You see me? Them places and a run, none at all without Africa. Just move Africa off of the map and see where go on. And see where go on. People start name them one another around of this. Yeah, man. Yeah. Africa the ultimate place. Ultimate place. Like them say, whoever control Africa control the world. But really and truly is whoever control Ethiopia really control the whole thing. You know what I mean? Whoever control Ethiopia control the whole thing. Yeah. So we Africans, yeah. Africa we are defend. We not defend out here, sir. No, we not defend out here, sir. I want to go in away His Majesty. His Majesty were saying. You know, I want to read one of His Majesty's speech. It's a long one. I mean, but we're going to read it. You see it? Because, you know, Africans need to have some things where, just like the OAU, where His Majesty set up, and, you know, this speech where we are going to read, you know, is a perfect example why, you know, the OAU was set up. And it's a perfect example why you have to have organization where, you know, it's exclusive for Africans. His Majesty defend that. You understand? His Majesty defend that exclusiveness. You see me? Yeah. I don't love to fly down and pitch. Fly up and pitch and quote His Majesty this and quote that from His Majesty. I watch some little people pan one of the video, be a comment, me see them a leave on the video, and why me I said, Jano, Rasta. Most of them people are some narcissistic people. They want you to feel, they want to guilt trip you. guilt trip you into, you're feeling bad about holding a stance about your own something. You know what I mean? And then, try to quote His Majesty. And some of these people are some black people, some black Rasta. African Rasta. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. And not just white people alone. I'm African black man. You see me? Quoting His Majesty, taking him out of context. I don't know if them no read and understand. Yeah, it's just a follow thing. A man just a follow. Where him see people, copy, cut and paste and all of them something pertaining to certain reasoning and certain arguments. You see me? Some man does, cut and paste, copy and paste His Majesty's speech and not even read the full thing and take it out of context, saying, this is what it means. And it doesn't, thing don't mean half of the thing them where, people are deal with today. It don't mean nothing close to what them are deal with. It's just to suit people personal. Personal belief. Yeah, personal belief. And them thing that it create a side effects, because when you come in with your personal agenda, it either you going derail or something going to happen. You see? Either you going derail or something going to happen, going to cause a big issue. So people have to, really understand. I think, that is what is lacking is the understanding. Because it's understanding your use to praise God. And people don't really understand, But Africans, we must come together. That are the thing. Yeah. Put our petty prejudice aside. Yeah, man. Put our petty prejudice aside. We must come together now, man. We must come together now. Yeah, the whole world is waiting for us to come together. Can't you see? When African people come together, the whole world will come together. But at the moment, we are stalled the thing. We are stalling the coming together thing. We are stalled the centralization. We're not coming together. We're not coming together. And that is our problem right now. That is our problem. We need to come together and have one voice. A lot of people are depend on the Rastafari movement, you know. A lot of people are depend, man. A lot of people are depend on the Rastafari movement. So the Rastafari community have a very important role to play in this organized and centralized thing. Because it's not organizing just Rastas. No, and that's how it go. It's all African people. You see what I say? It's all African people. So, you know, we have to organize for the rest of the world to come together and find peace. You know, there's no peace in the world right now because Africans are refusing to come together. Africans are refused to come together. When everybody else, every other else nation is together. But Africans find time for a look in Israel and Palestine and these places and have something to say when, you know, their problem is bigger than what is happening in Palestine and Israel. You know what I mean? Because our issue been going on longer than what Israel and Palestine have going on between themselves. But Africans are involved into that, making that their problem when that is not their problem. You see me I say? We have our own issue to deal with. And because we now deal with the issues, you have, you know, these places, you know, a fight and a massacre them one another. Because you have, it shows you who claims that them are run things, you know, have no central authority, have no real control of running anything. It is clear. It's obvious. It's evident that without until Africans come together and be a chaos in the earth, you know. Until the African them centralize and organize a chaos in this. You understand? No feel say boy you go run come to England and things better. Or you go run go America and things. Nothing go better. Because my first 5 years in England, I say but Judgment Ball, this place ain't getting no better. My first 5 years, I could see say boy, Rasta, this not get no better than what it is. This not go ever get no better. But me never know what the real cause behind it. But me assist now, if I and I, African people, if we not come together, the whole world in a problem, man. The whole world in a problem. You understand? Yeah, man. The whole world in a problem. We have to come together. We have to come together. Our thing, and interference in other people's things. That's why the earth is out of course. You see me? Because a whole lot of wickedness going in the earth already, you know. And when I and I now for do our part, Zine, which is, collectively coming together and change the whole dynamic of things. Because, come on, look how these guys have been running things. It's war and rumors of war everywhere. See, all sort of slackness that take place in the earth, in the world. Be a madness. Be a madness. Rasta. No. Be a madness, virgin. Because today, me there and, me check one of my elder, and couple of him grandson come link him, and I don't know. The man them ear plat up, Zane, the man them ear plat up. And the man said to them, say, yo, me not tell you, say, me no want soon to come back here. We not plat up ear business. I wanna still a come here with the plat up. Una a girl, boss. Una a unisex. Me say, we laugh till we almost, yo. So the world set a way today where a be a madness a go on. Me nah say what the youths them did a do still a madness. Cause enough youth grow their ear. Even though when me say that, the elder lick down when me say straight away, I say, yo, if you want lax your ear, just lax your ear. You know, have a plait no ear for lax no ear. Just lax your ear if you lax your ear. We are talk about plait. Plait what? A girl alone plait ear. Next thing a ears ring you start putting a but the next thing you plait up here and then a ears ring start going to your ears. Nah. So them have the world set away where the girls don't know who them are and the boys them don't know who them are. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't be the case where people don't know who them is. So God rightful people need for, you know what I mean, all back the position again, because I be a democracy a go on about the place. You understand? Yeah, man, I be a demon business I run a place. Because God rightful people are not in position. They are not organized. Them scatter, them they all over the place. Them a fight against them one another. You see me? Them have the power, and the power wheel all over the place. That's why I say the place a mash up, so people them a do all sort of things to themselves. Because African people not understanding that them need to come together. There is an energy, there is a power there. Why is understand the rest of the nation them understand that them have to unite, See, them have to unite. For years and centuries, them fight and kill themselves. Until them say, oh, enough of that. Make we unite for this one common goal, which is to raid Africa and take it over. And them unite and do it. You see me I say? And colonize the place and all of them something and control up the resources and, make the place poverty stricken, the richest place on the planet. With the most poor people on the planet. Richest place. Have the most poor people on the planet. You see me? So, until I and I come together, then, it's problem. Where's Majesty say? I will go in some way His Majesty say here. This indeed a momentous and historic day for Africa and for all Africans. We stand today on the stage of world affair before the audience of world opinion. We have come together to assert our role in the direction of world affair and discharge our duty to the great continent whose 250 million people we lead. Africa today at mid-course in transition from the Africa of yesterday to the Africa of tomorrow. Even as we stand here, we move from the past into the future. The task on which we have embarked, the making of Africa, will not wait. We must act to shape and mold the future and leave our imprint on the event as they slip past into history. We seek at this meeting to determine whether we are go on to chart the course of our destiny. It is no less important that we know whence we came. An awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of our personality and our identity as African. His Majesty, what I said there? What you saying there, His Majesty? His Majesty, let me read this again. We seek at this meeting tonight to determine whether we are go on to chart the course of our destiny. It is no less important that we know whence we came. An awareness of our past is essential to the establishment of our personality and our identity as Africans. This world was not created piecemeal. Africa was born no later and no earlier than any other geographical area on this globe. Africa no more and no less than Africans, no more and no less than other men, possess all human attributes, talents, and deficiencies, virtue, and faults. Thousands of years ago, civilization flourished in Africa, which suffered not at all by comparison with those of other continents. In those centuries, Africans were politically free and economically independent. Their social pattern were their own and their culture truly indigenous. Let me say that again. African social pattern were their own and their culture truly indigenous. the obscurity which ensured the centuries which elapse between those early days, and the rediscovery of Africa is being gradually disappear. What is certain is that during those long years, Africans were born, lived, and died. Man and other parts of this earth occupy themselves with their own concern, and in their conceit proclaim that the world began and end at their horizon. All unknown to them, Africa developed in its own pattern, growing its own life, and in the 19th century finally re-emerged into the world consciousness. The event of the past 150 years require no extent recitation from us. The period of colonialism into which we were plunged The period of colonialism which we were plunged I can't pronounce that word. Cumulated with our continent, flattered and bound with our once proud and free people, reduced to humiliation and slavery. With Africa torrent cross-hatch and checkered board by artificial and arbitrary boundaries, many of us during those bitter years were overwhelmed in battle, and those who escaped conquest did so at the cost of desperate resistance and bloodshed. Others were sold into bondage as the price extracted by the colonialists for the protection which they extend and the position of which they depose. Africa was a physical resource to be exploited, and Africa were shuttled to be purchased bodily or at the best people to be reduced to valas and lackwooded. Africa was a market for produce of other nations and the resource of raw material with which their factory were fed. As I was saying earlier, that without Africa, none of these places would survive. Without Africa, none of these places would survive. As His Majesty is saying here, Africa was the market place for produce of other nations. The raw resource and raw material with which their factory were fed. Zin, Africa make them place a run. Without Africa, them place a not run. Today, Africa has emerged from this dark passage. Our Armageddon is past. Africans, don't you hear that? Our Armageddon has passed. Africa has been reborn as a free continent, and Africans have been reborn as free men. I don't believe every word where His Majesty say. I don't believe every word where His Majesty say. Well, this is what His Majesty is saying, and I hope you don't take it to heart. See? Africa has been reborn as a free continent, and Africans have been reborn as free men. The blood that was shed and the suffering that were endured are today Africa's advocates for freedom and unity. Those men who refused to accept the judgment passed upon them by the colonialists, who held unwaveringly taught the darkest hour to a vision of an Africa emancipated from political, economic, and spiritual damnation, will be remembered and revered wherever Africans meet. Many of them never set foot on this continent. Wow. I guess Marcus Garvey is one of them. Many of them never set foot on this continent. Others were born and die here. What we may utter today can add little to the heroic struggle to those who, by their example, have shown us how precious are freedom and human dignity, and how little value is life without them. Their deeds are written in history. Africa victory all true proclaim is not yet total. An era of resistance still remains today. We name as our first great task the final liberating of those Africans still dominated by foreign exploitation and control, with the goal in sight. The unqualified triumph within our grasp. Let us not now flatter or lag or relax. We must make no final supreme effort. We must make one final supreme effort now, when the struggle grows weary, when so much has been won that the thrilling sense of achievement have brought us near situation. Our liberty is meaningless unless all Africans are free. Our liberty is meaningless unless all, not some, all Africans are free. Our brothers in Rhodesia, in Mozambique, in Angola, in South Africa. Our brothers in Rhodesia, in Mozambique, in Angola, in South Africa cries out in anguish for our support and assistance. We must urge on their behalf their peaceful accession to independence. We must align and identify ourselves with all aspects of their struggle. It would be betrayal. It would be betrayal were we to pay only lip service to the cause of their liberation and fail to back our word with actions. To them we say, our applause shall not go unheeded. The resources of Africa and of all freedom living loving nation are marshal in your service. Be of good heart, for your deliverance is at hand. As we renew our vows that all of Africa shall be free, let us also resolve that all wound shall be healed and past scars forgotten. It was thus that Ethiopia treated the invaders nearly 25 years ago. The Ethiopians found peace with honor in this course. Memories of the past injustice should not divert us from more pressing business at hand. We must live in peace with our former colonizers, shunning recrimination and bitterness, and forwearing the luxury of vengeance and retaliation, lest the heat of hatred endue our soul and poison our heart. Let us act as befit the dignity which we claim for ourselves as African, proud of our own special qualities, distinction, and abilities. Our effort as free man must be to establish new relationship devoid of any resentment and hostility, restore to our belief and faith in ourselves as individual, dealing on a basis of quality with other equally fair people. His Majesty that easy there. Rasta. But I hope the eye them are listening, you know. Seeing? Because you see, a lot of these speeches, a lot of these things, people take them out of context and say His Majesty talk about other things, and you know what I mean, His Majesty. Here His Majesty is talking to, you know, his African people. See? Here His Majesty is talking to us, saying that We shouldn't deal with the colonizers. What them call them? Colonizers. Farmer colonizers. The farmer colonizers. As is to say, we shouldn't shun them. We shouldn't deal with them bitter. You know what I mean? Yeah. We shouldn't harbor vengeance toward them. Because, you know, we're not like them. You see? We're not like them. That is what His Majesty is saying here. And I'm not taking him out of context. You know what I mean? Because he's speaking directly to African people here and what African people should do. You know what I mean? You know, him also tell them, say, boy, right now, you know, we must not just, you know, the lip service thing, but our words must meet action towards helping our brothers in Rhodesia, Mozambique, Angola, and South Africa. It not to be just a lip service thing. It must be action as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these things, we have to go through them something because enough people not read His Majesty's speeches. You understand? And them not know what go on. See it? And you have some people who come and twist them up and tie them up and tell them all sort of ass dead and cow fat. You understand? And some things not go like how them a say go. Them a make up them stories. You understand? We not follow no stories where people are make up. We don't have the time. Today we look to the future calmly, confidently, and courageously. What did I say? Today we look to the future calmly, confidently, and courageously. We look to the vision of an Africa not merely free, but united. Not merely free, but united. See it? United. In facing these new challenges, we can take comfort and encouragement from the lessons of the past. We know that there are differences among us. Africans enjoy different cultures, distinctive values, special attributes, but we also know that unity can be and has been attained among men of most desperate origin. The difference of races, of religion, of culture, of tradition are no insuperable, obscure to the coming together of people. History teaches us that unity is strength and caution us to submerge and overcome our differences in the quest for common goal, to strive with all our combined strength for the path to true African brotherhood and unity. We all, with all our combined strength, with all our combined strength, with all our Africans, with all our combined strength, for the path to true African brotherhood and unity. We have to combine, we have to come together. We have to come together. That is what His Majesty is saying. We have to combine our strength. See, we have to pull our resources together, even though, we have different traditions and practices and all these things. We have to come together. Have to come together, man. There are those who claim that African unity is impossible, that the forces that pull us, some in this direction, other in that, are too strong to be overcome. Around us there is no lack of doubt and pessimism, no absence of criticism, or no absence of critics and criticism. These speak of Africa future, and of her position in the 20th century. In sepulchral tone, they predict distension and Rasta, while I heard that time up. They predict dissension and disintegration among Africans, and interference, strife, and chaos on our continent. Rasta, hold on there. Let me read over that something here. Some of the word that me did a struggle a while ago. Around us there is no lack of doubt, pessimism, no absence of critics and criticism. These speak of Africa and Africa's future and of her position in the 20th century in a sepulchral tone. They predict dissension and disintegration among Africans and inherent strife and chaos on our continent. Let us confound these, and by our deeds disappear them in confusion. Wow. There are others who hope for Africa, a bright, who stand with fierce upturn in wonder and aware at the creation of a new happier life, who have dictated themselves to its realization and are proved and by the example of their brothers who they owe the achievement to Africa's past. Let us reward their trust and merit their approval. The road of Africa unity is already lined with landmark. The last year, a crowd with meeting, with conferences, with delegation, declaration, and pronouncement, regional organization have been established, local grouping based on common interests, background, and tradition have been created. But though all that has been But though all that has been said and written and done in these years, they run a common theme. Unity is the accepted goal. Unity is the accepted goal. Who is Majesty speaking to here? Is Majesty speaking to some African people here? He's speaking to the, his delegates in the OAU. Unity is the accepted goal. We argue about means, we discuss alternative paths to the same objective. We engage in debates about techniques and tactics, but when semantics are stripped away, there is little argument amongst us. Wow. We are determined to create a union of Africans in a very real sense. Our continent is unmade. It still awaits its creation. Wow. And its creators. His Majesty said that, See? It still awaits its creators, and it still awaits its creation and its creators. It is our duty and privilege to rouse the slumbering giants of Africa, not to the nationalism of Europe. His Majesty, why did he have to go there, man? You could have just leave that outside. His Majesty. Anyway, let me read it over again. It is our duty and privilege to rouse the slumbering giants of Africa, not to the nationalism of Europe of the 19th century, not to the regional consciousness, but to the vision of a single African brotherhood binding its unity effort towards the achievement of a greater and nobler goal. Open our listening. I don't want to take His Majesty out of context. Zane, how long will they read? Above all, we must avoid. Listen now, Above all, we must avoid the pitfall of tribalism if we are to divide amongst ourselves. Africans, His Majesty I talk to here, If we are divided amongst ourselves, Africans, if we are divided amongst ourselves and tribal lines, we are opening our doors to foreign intervention and its potential harmful consequences. The Congo is clear proof of what we say. We should not be led to complacency because of the present ameliorated situation in that country. The Congolese people have suffered untold misery, and the economic growth of the country has been retreated because of tribal strife. But while we agree that the ultimate destiny of this continent lies in political union, we must at the same time recognize that the obstacle to be overcome in the achievement are at once numerous, formidable. Africa people did not emerge into liberty in uniform condition. Africa maintained different political systems. Our economies are diverse. Our social orders are rooted in differing cultures and tradition. Furthermore, no clear consensus exists on the how and the what of this union. It is to be inform federal, confederal, or unitary. Is the sovereignty is the sovereignty of individual state to be reduced, and if so, by how much and in what area? And these and other questions, there is no argument, and if we wait for agree answer, generation hence matters will be little advanced while the debate still rage. We should therefore not be concerned that complete union is not attained. That complete union is not attained from one day to the next. The union which we seek can only come gradually as the day-to-day progress which we achieve carries us slowly but inexorably along this course. We have before us the example of the USA and the USSR. We must remember how long these require to achieve their union when a solid foundation is laid. If the mason is able and is material good, a strong house can be built. Thus, a period of transition is inevitable. All relations and agreements may, for a time, linger. Regional organizations may fulfill legitimate functions and need which cannot yet be otherwise satisfied. But the difference is in this, that we recognize these circumstances for what they are: temporary, expedient, designed to serve only until we have established the condition which we bring total African unity within our reach. There is nevertheless much that we can do to speed this situation. There are issues on which we stand united and questions on which there is animated of opinions. Let us seize on these areas of agreement and exploit them to the fullest. Let us take action now, action which, while taking account of present related nonetheless the constitutes clear and unmistakable progress along the course plotted out for us by destiny. We are all adhering whatever our internal political system of the principle of democratic action. Let us apply these to the unity we seek to create. Let us work out our own programs in all fields: political, economical, social, and military. The opponent of Africa growth, whose interest would be best served by a divide and blankness continent, would derive much satisfaction from the unhappy spectacle of 30 and more African states so split, so paralyzed and immobilized by controversy over long-term goal that they are unable even to join their effort in short-term measures on which there is no dispute. Let us give neither comfort nor encouragement to these. If we act where we may in those areas where action is possible, the inner logic of the program which we adopt will work for us and inevitably impel us still further in the direction of ultimate union. What we still lack, despite the effort of past year, is the mechanism which will enable us to speak with one voice. What we still lack, despite the effort of past year, is the mechanism which will enable us to speak with one voice when we wish to do so and take the implement decision. An African problem when we are so minded. The commentators of 1963 speak in discussing Africa and Monrovia State, the Barreville group, the Casablanca powers of these and many more. Let us put an end to these terms. What we require is a single African. What we require is a single African organization through which Africa's single voice may be heard, within which Africa problem may be studied and resolved. We need an organization which will facilitate acceptable solution to dispute among Africa and promote the study and adopt of measures for common defense and programs for cooperation in the economic and social field. Let us at this conference create a single situation to which we will all belong, based on principle to which we all subscribe, confident that in the confidence in